Buenas noches, mi gente, and welcome to WATERMARK Podcast con la Margarita and
your boy, your cousin, your brother, your best friend, Professor Byron D. Rockmore.
Namaste, mi gente, and welcome, mi tribu.
Namaste. What's tribu? What's that?
Mi tribu.
What's that?
What do you mean, what's that?
What's my tribu?
My tribe.
Your tribe. If you hear something in the background, that's our dog Pucho in the building, and he think he's about 100 pounds, and he just crazy right now. Yeah, but it's good to be out here today. We're gonna get started on some stuff. We are rolling with our little information. Hold on. You gonna see me gone for a few seconds because you're gonna hear me moving this dog on. 1 second.
Hello, Frank. Nancy, welcome.
What? It's crazy. What's up, girl? We got malfeasance up in here. We got the hot girls up in here, chilling. Yeah, we on live. How you doing? I breathe everything. Right here.
Where I'm at.
There you go.
Hey.
Yeah, you see the I breathe hat?
I'm feeling better.
Merchandise, baby.
I got home from work yesterday. Look.
She gonna do her magically orgasmic stuff. Where we at with this, shorty? Wow.
I don't know.
Nah, I'm about to stay for a couple minutes because I got Naya at home. So.
Okay. We've done all that, and now are you feeling better? Somebody asked, am I feeling better? I feel great. Oh, you was asking about Margie, how she felt.
Yes, I am.
Well, she said she felt better. And you look better.
I do. I took a whole day off yesterday, and I went from the couch to the sanctuary couch, back to the couch, and had my garlic soup, so I was good.
Garlic soup?
Garlic with scallion, cilantro, and spinach. That's all it was for a day and a half.
That must be the Italian classic.
That's it. It did its magic.
Oh, it gave it to me.
The Italian classic. Yeah, you've been giving out your cold a lot. Because my throat got real scratchy since the other day. And last week, you sitting there talking about me. That you was the virus carrier.
No, I was not.
Yeah, you are. Everybody's agreeing that you're the virus carrier. Now, we're going back real quick to voting. A lot of people say they haven't voted. Don't know what you're waiting for. You need to vote. Somebody said something to me that was really big. They said, well, why should we vote? I brought it again about the electoral college and voting. And seriously, I am not astute in that. So I'm going to learn more about the electoral college versus the popular vote. Mm-hmm. So we really need to me and you'll learn more about that. And we'll talk about that. Yes, Tuesday when we did some information, a lot of people asked me later, they said they had questions that they wanted to chime in. Well, if you want to chime in, this is the time. Chime in. If you didn't like what we were saying, chime in and say something. And because you are really like the third guest here, you are the guest. Everybody's listening. You're the guest. If it's one person, then you're the one guest. Okay. But let me tell y'all something. When we get 1,000 guests, you will like that you was the one guest, okay? So so take full advantage of being that person, okay? And being that guest. Now, if you see this young lady over here next to me, Margie, taking pictures. She's taking pictures of her Magically Orgasmic shirt. And soon she will tell us what Magically Orgasm is. You can stand up and
here it is.
She's
with,
up.
I don't know.
She's showing us what the
shirt is. So here's the shirt.
Go ahead. And she's taking pictures of it, of her Magically
Orgasmic. I told you, people. My daughter's taking pictures.
So sorry, guys.
She loves the shit.
I gotta promote my
ain't like she couldn't take the picture after we did the podcast.
I'm leaving.
But she had to take a picture right now.
You want to be in the picture, Mom? Ready?
Go ahead. Magically Orgasmic. When you see a big black ear with silver headphones, then you know it's me in the background.
Well,
so how you feel about your Magically Orgasmic shirt?
I love it, and I told you people when he was making fun of it how it would be my brand. And the shirts will be not necessarily this type of shirt. This is just the one I saw, liked, and then added it on. Would be $15, and I also have.
She said, "Bring it to her in Spanish."
The yoga pants that will have it going down the side of your leg.
Turn the other way.
Other way, Mom.
It's
backwards.
Turn the other way. They're like she was writing in Chinese.
And they're really, really good quality.
Orgasmic, magically orgasmic.
Now, what is magically orgasmic, you ask?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's what I make of it is the essence of feelings within the feeling of wanting. Think of an orgasm and then think of everything that's inside, how it makes you feel. So towards the knowledge of pure freedom that is truly sewn into the tapestry of your soul. Magically orgasmic. Wear it. Be proud. It's for the bold and courageous. And if you're that person, then inbox me, call me if you have my number. Give me your size and your address, PayPal, Cash App. Let's get this on and popping. Let's be magically orgasmic together. Let's just go viral with it. Because why not? Because it is who we are.
So next week, we see you with a magically orgasmic shirt. You talking about, I thought about it? No, you didn't. Okay? It came from right here. This is what we thought about it. Now we're doing a photo shoot while we're doing that. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah. What's going on?
You know what, ladies? We have to.
Thank you.
What I always say is you have to own your now and live in your moment. And you have to be prideful of everything you've accomplished. You have to be graceful where you're at and stand up for yourself with dignity. And not everyone is going to get you, but as long as you get you, then you're on top. Because remember my first podcast, I said I will not be for everybody, but I will always be for me. So if I believe in me and there's things that talks about my spirit and my essence, then I'm going to rock it. I'm going to wear it. I am going to be proud of it. Just like I wear my Power of Pussy hats. I don't care how many people look at me, but you would be amazed at how many people actually stop me to ask what is the meaning of my hat. And then the men, of course, don't like it when I talk about how women are the most powerful beings in the universe, and that's what the power of pussy stands for. That? A lot of men, one man was offended, and his reaction to me was, and because I said women are the breathers of life, he says, yeah, but don't forget, woman was made from a man. But that's just his mentality on it.
I mean, that's corny.
I thought it was cool that he gave his opinion.
And you was having a conversation with his corny ass?
Well, because how else am I going to learn? Everybody has a different...
Corny folk. I've learned that I don't even give corny folks time. What's that? Animal? I can't.
Vicki Ola.
Solano?
Yes.
Solano, said it right?
Solano.
Solano? Okay. I got it. I like the name. A boy, girl.
Vicki Ola. It's a girl.
Oh, damn. Shit. Yeah, like, you know these people all in your life. Wait till we get people.
For the most part of my life, right?
When we get people that we don't know, and it's something strange on there, and you ain't gonna be able to say it, then I'm gonna say it, and then you ain't gonna know if it's a boy or girl, and then they're gonna have to tell you what it is. Okay? I know Gigi's a girl.
Look who just signed up.
Yeah, that. I see. I got that.
He loves him some Jolly Bet.
Yeah, because she be putting us on point. You know what I'm saying?
She's coming down.
That's our first true fan. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Let me be that.
We got fans in here looking at me like I got started something. You know what I'm saying? But the fans in here owe me $20, I'm sure. So I'm back on that. So the person who owed me $20, I'm gonna fine them. Now back to voting. Do so. All over the country. These are the gubernatorial races. We got so many races. Midterm elections is so big. People really need to take the time to vote, get politically charged, and do something about it. You know, I like the magically orgasmic piece. To me, that's a push. That's like screaming your name out loud, saying, you know what, I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm gonna be alive, because nothing is more alive than an orgasm. Okay, they said when you're nutting, that's almost like when you're about to pass out or die or something.
Oh my goodness!
No, seriously, that's the closest thing.
You just missed the whole reason.
Yeah, hold on. No, hold on. First of all, there shall be no man walking around with a magically orgasmic shirt out with his ass. Okay, so I'm not speaking from a woman's perspective. I'm speaking from a male's perspective.
Okay.
You can't always agree on everything.
That's fine.
Okay, that's not the way I'm saying about my magically orgasmic shirt.
This line was made with
for men,
the courageous woman. Be unapologetically courageous, mi gente. Just be all that you can be, whether you're standing there alone. It's like, I'll walk anywhere with this. I can't go to work with this.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you don't want to go to work anyway. You would go to work with that. So you can fire that. She's been doing everything. Listen, I told you, she's at home planning and plotting. How can she get fired from her job? Now, this magical orgasm thing, she said, this is going to take her over the top, and they're going to fire her for sure. I'm calling her boss and said, don't fire her, okay? Told her she ain't half-assed there. Anyway, I'm going to run down the news real quick before we go. And the topic yesterday was Tuesday. Felt like yesterday.
Yeah, but it did.
Okay, Tuesday was how do you know that he's really not into you? Okay, now there's a few things that we're going to kind of segue before we get into that. And real quick, just hit me on that. Just real quick, what you got here?
Oh. No, do the news. Do you want me to do this?
I am. Just talk about the topic. Just real quick.
This is about, the topic Tuesday was when he's just not into you. And today Byron is going to discuss about when she's just not into you. But before that, I wanted to add in how a lot of men might have been into you, but we pushed them away.
Okay, that's it. Before she gets into magically orgasmic plethora of information.
Hello, beautiful Gigi. You need to buy one of these magically orgasmic
Gigi. Okay. News, real quick. If you're driving and a school bus stops in front of you and the stop sign's open, that does not mean you can drive past the school bus. When the signs come up and it says stop and the flashing lights is on and the school bus is in front of you, you stop your ass right there and wait till them raggedy ass kids walk across before you run over their ass. The lady ran over 3 kids.
Oh my goodness, where?
But it's not. It's all over the country. It's like 4 or 5 things in the last 2 or 3 days. You know what I'm saying? But we talk about right here in Tampa. I'm telling you all. This is.
Is she a new driver?
No, she ain't no new damn driver. She just a hard-headed, nasty-ass driver. Folks be into their own world. Just road rage pieces out of control, and people would just be. But when you hit a child, you're stealing all their essence. Come on, man. Just because you lazy and tired and you don't want to do what you need to do, a mistake is a mistake. Okay?
It's like a theft of a childhood.
Right. Yeah, and a mistake is a mistake. People make mistakes. But let's do this. And I'm not going to be harsh on you. But I'm going to say, everybody, slow down. Yep. Take a deep breath.
Focus.
When you get to work, you're going to get to work. If you need to get to work early, set your clock early so you don't have to be late, okay? Don't try to cut things to the close, okay? That's one thing that was on the news, and that was yesterday. Also, wrong way driving. We had another person in the Tampa Bay area just driving down the wrong street, got on the expressway. Now, I don't know how you get down expressways. That's a lot of hard work, but if people are doing it, and their dumbasses is hitting people head-on collision. Again, that's hard work. It's hard work, okay? Shit. It says wrong way. But if you drunk as a skunk coming from a Halloween party, talk about the FaceTime driving and shit, then you hit a motherfucker, okay? So I'm just telling you, again, you're stealing life. You're stealing people's life because you haven't prepared yourself. You're stealing life, okay?
Absolutely.
Andrew Gilliam and the race. I'm not trying to tell you to vote for Andrew Gilliam. That's not what I'm trying to tell you. I'm just trying, again, I say vote. We're having a lot of things going on at this point in time, a lot of things in this area that's huge. And I'm telling you, I want you to be mindful that with all the gubernatorial races, again, I'm saying this, okay, that you need to make sure you go out and vote, okay? I'm running through this quick because we have a lot of stuff going on. Google. Google is having protests all across the entire country Oh no, really, all across the world.
The world.
And I'm glad that you know about this. She's getting ready to get up with this news piece. Walkouts all over the entire world for discrimination and racial and sexual discrimination at the workplace. Crazy when they try to be so like, you know, on edge about, you know, so many things when they're so far behind in archaic and some other things. You know what I'm saying? It's funny when people are on top. Still, you always got to have things in place to keep people in place. Do you think? What up, Kim? Holla. Okay, I holler at you, Kim. Kim said, "Don't put all my business out there in the street." So I'm not gonna say. I ain't gonna say your name after Kim. This last time I say Kim, I'm gonna call you K. Uncle K. Okay. Okay, he working. He gonna keep his jobs. Okay. So Uncle K, what's up, baby?
Hello,
okay.
Kim.
What's up, everybody? So for the news, for the most part, that was what I had. I had a lot more, but I'm not. Oh, last thing I'm gonna do on the news, real quick. With all of the information, sorry about that, y'all. With all the information talking about Trump and how he's going to stop people from coming in. Think about this. What he wants to do is change the asylum conversation. He wants to take asylum away from people coming in that they don't have the auspices or the protection of the word asylum. Okay, because with asylum it brings certain things in. Like if I'm right, and correct me if I'm wrong, that say, for example, if somebody's coming in from Croatia or something like that, they can claim some type of asylum. But usually you used to be able to claim asylum from gangs, from, you know, running from gangs or from domestic abuse. Mm-hmm. They're ripping that and they're taking that away from there, so you're not able to use that as one of the criteria to get into the country for asylum. So they can't put you under asylum auspices. So they're doing a lot of things to stop that wave of people coming in, and to give them less options on how to get vetted to get into the country. I'm just saying that because I think this is going to be really interesting how the government's going to handle all these people. I'm taking a very curious eye at this and seeing what's going on, because it's going to have Tommy watching. What up? Oh, Philly is in the building officially. Oh, wow. Uh-oh. The bear is back. Okay, yeah, man. Huh? Oh,
Excuse me.
You okay? But did I tell you that your hair was wonderful?
You did.
Oh my God, she combed the hell out of that. Oh man, she had rollers when I came in here. She was mopping the floor with Fabuloso singing. Puerto Rico, my heart devotion.
He is just
let it sink back in the ocean. I'm sorry, that wasn't happening.
No, it was not happening.
Oh, okay. Always the population growing, and the hurricanes growing. And the money owing, and the natives
He's in the mood for singing today.
I like the Isle of Manhattan. Pull out your pipes and smoke it. I want to be America. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm on West Side Story today. I watched it twice.
Oh, marón. But if that makes you happy, Papa, I'm going to let you have it.
Go ahead. Go into this. Okay, we're going to switch right into that. We're going to get out of that. Go ahead to that.
Okay, these are the 7 most important and most known reasons that women push men away. Because not that I am on the men's side or the women's side, it's just I'm on the side of reality and being a woman and being with such... Can you heat this up when you get a chance? And being, you could run in and do it. Just run in. No, llévatelo is what I'm saying. So you can, we can become, how can I say the word without sounding? We can be awful. Okay?
Women can be awful.
Women, I'm talking about women.
I'll read that.
So chasing after him can push a man away. So if a guy asks you, if he likes you, he's gonna let you know. And if he has an opportunity, but he doesn't show you and he doesn't ask you out or anything, then he doesn't like you enough to the point where he wants to be with you, and that's that relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what happens? Then we keep trying, and we keep calling or texting or showing up at his job. Well, don't do that. It makes us all look bad. Being self-obsessed. Now, there's women that when they meet somebody, they're
hold on. See, where we go again. Chasing after him. What's that? A guy?
If a guy likes you, he's gonna let you know. And
right.
if he has the opportunity but doesn't take it, then he doesn't like you enough. Right?
So clearly, don't chase after the dude. Okay, I'm gonna go back to real quick what Kim was doing before we do. He was talking about the drums of information. Keep the information flowing. Keep the drums of information flowing. Don't stop that. We all should be sharing information. Make sure that information being passed around, and that's why we do these things just now. Okay, but back to when a man is chasing, don't chase after him. So not true. Okay. I don't know which one we're doing because they said so not true. These are older guys texting back to us. So by the time we get the information and give it back to us, it's kind of we don't know.
So not true.
I don't know. Okay, because they're old and they're trying to keep up. But I'm going to chasing alternative after him. I'm going out. We're finished with the news. I'm moving on. Okay. It says if a guy asks you,
if he likes you, I'm sorry, I can't read my writing.
Okay, if he likes you. Okay.
He's gonna let you know.
He's gonna let you know. You don't have
You're gonna know. You're gonna feel that vibration. You're gonna feel that energy. So when they say don't chase after
him, what do you mean? Don't call him. Don't text him. Don't do anything of that.
And I've met a couple people like that who think a guy likes them, so they'll show up or they'll text him and invite him out and do the extra shit that he's not.
A woman shouldn't do that
if he's not.
Reciprocating?
Yes, if he's not letting you know that he likes you like that, but you think he does. Maybe he was nice to you.
So stop chasing after him.
Yeah.
So just because he said hello, that doesn't mean that he wanted to marry you. Like, hello, go with my dad. Yes.
But again, all of this that we're gonna talk about always goes back to.
But that's how I got married. My first marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told my ex-wife. I said, you know what? You make a good wife. And I turned around, she said, yes. I said, yes, what? She said, yes. Yes, I think we should be married. I was like, dun, dun, dun.
Who you married?
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, go to the next one. Number 2.
Being self-obsessed. Now, relationships falls apart when in the beginning, because everything in the beginning, remember, when things are not going good, a year, 5 years in, take a breather and think back to how it started. How was it like in the beginning? Maybe you need to take it back there. But in some instances, in the beginning, the girl's always there, being nice, offering massages, doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the guy also starts showing interest, is good, but then all of a sudden, you stop being what you were to them. And you mess it up because then you make it about you. You make it about what you need and what you have to have and what he needs to do and what he should know about you. So then it's all about me. Look at me. Take care of me. I need this. I want that. Make it happen.
So when you in a relationship, a person should definitely take a breather. What's that? From other people? Jeff? From other people? Where would you take a breather from? From other people?
Oh, just in general. Just breathe and realize and
if you hear another sound in the room, sorry. That's not a ghost. That's our co-host that was on TV. Okay? And you was talking about people should take a breather?
I wasn't agreeing with her. Just take a breather in general, in life, in your relationship. Everything has to be thought about. So take time out to breathe and think, and then you can make a decision. Right, Mom?
Yeah.
Right? That's what you're trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So I was just agreeing with my mom.
Oh, don't agree with your mother, Eric. Okay. Well, one thing I find out when people are self-absorbed, that they they just always
it's disgusting.
It's always about them.
It is.
But a lot of times people don't know when I don't think everybody know when they're being self-absorbed. I think that sometimes you do it so much.
There's a lot of people who know they play the game. They make you fall for them in the beginning just so that you can do everything they want you to do. There's a lot of those. Women are shysty. Women can be very shysty.
Why you say that? Why do you do that? I don't think women are shysty. I don't think so.
You should debate this with me.
I don't think so.
We can be. I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying.
I'm not going to. You're just not going to sit here and just be bad mouthing chicks. You know, they've been wonderful.
Tuesday, you talk about how men are no good and they only go after one thing.
And women are shysty.
And I'm talking about my kind that I've met these types of women. Talk about they're gonna go on a date because they need their light bill paid.
What?
So and I look at them like, where's the dignity? Where's the pride in being a woman? Where's, I'm
not paying for a light bill.
I guess that's why they haven't taken the action.
Oh, I'm saying. I mean, guys pay for stuff all the time. So, you know what I'm saying? So, when somebody says they want to pay for the light bill, but there's something things that come with that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
saying?
Okay, you know what I'm saying? So, don't think that somebody going to pay that light bill for free. You're going to have to do something for the something. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You got to have something. Okay, go ahead. Being entitled.
3, being entitled. The biggest turnoff to a man is a woman who acts entitled and just expects him to do everything. And we discussed this a couple podcasts ago, how if you're in a relationship, it's 50-50.
Don't read that. Don't read that. That's like crack. Don't read what's on the screen. You keep talking.
So the 4 is being too needy. I don't even like needy.
It says, have the courage to be who you are. I can't read that.
Who you're going to be without the flaws. It always creates unkept promises and gives way to lying and fronting.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yes, always be true to you, no matter where you are, who you're with.
Lying and fronting. I haven't heard that since 85.
So being too needy.
Okay.
Constantly needing reassurance that he still cares. Panicking if he doesn't call or text back right away. Getting jealous. Wanting all of his time and attention, etc., etc. The list can go on and on. He wants to go meet his friends. You feel you should ride shotguns. Keep your ass home. Do something. Find some friends. It all goes back to being individuals, being comfortable in your skin, and trusting the person you chose to bring into your life.
So for all ladies, stop. Being needy is not sexy. Okay. You really.
If a man needs you to be needy,
right,
to make then he's dysfunctional.
He's dysfunctional too. Okay.
He has issues that you're not going to be able to
kind of find their own kind of niche, and you all up under him 24/7. 7 days a week. There's an issue there, and then him up under you 24/7, 7 days a week. There's an issue there too. So there needs to be some kind of balance somewhere with that. So that neediness is something that you need to stop.
Stop. You need to breathe. Count to 10. Breathe in. Count to 10, and then
focus.
Exhale.
And focus.
Breathe in, not too hard because you're gonna faint. Just breathe in. Open yourself up. Exhale, and then focus. You have to focus. You have to focus because.
And go buy you a Magically Orgasmic shirt. Okay, read that.
Stressing over the relationship. You cannot force someone to love you or to reciprocate certain feelings. If he is not into you right now, then just let him go. Let him go because, there is a cliche refrain that says, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it was meant. Whatever. Sometimes you just need to separate. You need some space sometime for you to reflect and see, is this person the person I want to be with? That's totally okay.
Well, sometimes you need to be okay with letting things go because sometimes people try to hold something on just because they don't want the other person they can't stand to see the other person with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So they'll hold on to that person knowing they really don't want that person, but they just in their mind can't stand to see him with somebody else. So then they hold on to something they don't even want.
Yes, and that's so sad. That right there, and because I see it all the time, it literally breaks my heart. It literally breaks my heart that you can be so not into your own self that that you see it that way. Because if you're so busy focusing on you and your growth and what it is you need to move forward, you're not going to have time for those things that are only going to hinder you. Because holding on to something that doesn't produce happiness, doesn't give you just a peaceful joy, it doesn't make you feel protected in a sense, that what's the whole purpose of it?
Right.
That's because you don't know who the hell you are. And all of this goes into learning who you are. Just
which is a journey.
do the homework. You gotta do the homework. And who the hell are you? Who are you? What is it that you like? What don't you like? What can you tolerate? What won't you tolerate? You know, do you like to watch the sunrise or do you prefer the sun setting? These are things you need to learn about yourself, because these are, when you're driving, do you look at the trees?
Do you?
I do. When I'm at a stoplight, I try to listen to the birds singing. Those are things that, for that moment, would just give me some form of serenity. That in whatever I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna do it with ease. So just.
What music do you listen to in the car?
I listen to all types of music.
Such as?
So I listen to a lot of Spanish music. I listen to jazz. My favorite, sometimes if I'm really clogged in the brain, I listen to Nina Simone.
Oh, you go dark on us, huh?
Yes, I need to compartmentalize all these thoughts that I'm having and they're all jumbled up, then I listen to Nina. Cinnamon.
Send me some information. What music do y'all listen to while y'all driving? Just shoot me some things out. I want to see what they're saying. Go ahead.
Committing too soon. Listen to what he wants as well. It's a two-way. It's a two-way street. Remember, it's not about what you want and what you see in him that's going to get you to where you want to go or provide you with what you need. What does he want? Do you have what he needs so that when you come together, it'll be like a tight unity, a strong foundation? And number 7, being negative. If a man feels that he can't make you happy, he will leave your ass. It's their biggest driving need is to provide for you. Excuse me.
Yeah, like coughing and stuff like that. Okay. That's
and
nasty.
if they can't provide,
hold on. You just can't start talking after you done. Keep that nasty yak. Hold on. Let me say something, because your coolness is everywhere. So just give me a second, okay? Being negative. Remember this. Majority of the times when you process the information, you have to train yourself to have a positive thought, because usually when people have a thought, it's usually negative as the first response. And they have to train themselves to have a positive thought. So when you hear something, you usually go, and then you have to train yourself to say, no, that's not true. That's not like that. So being cognizant that a negative response is almost a natural response, okay? That you have to train yourself to start to have healthy, positive responses. What's that saying? Kids' music on the way to school and oldies. I don't listen to kids. She out there, wee bop, she bop, the I bop. Listen to kids' music on the way to school. All right, Erica, I like that. Okay. Yeah, so yes. What else? Music? Way to school and oldies. Okay, all right. Okay. Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten. Go ahead. Go. What's the next one?
That was it. It was 7. It was 7. Remember, don't nag. Remember, when your man is coming in the door, if you're home before him, welcome him home. There's nothing more beautiful than saying, hey, honey, I'm glad you're home. And just, how was the drive home? You know, anything while you're getting dinner ready or while you're going to do whatever it is you're going to do. But be happy that he walked through that door. No matter, it doesn't matter what you went throughout the day. You're home now. So when that person that you love walks through that door, welcome them. Make them feel like they're the most important person in the world at that moment, because we all need to feel that throughout our day. And what better person to make us feel that than the person we sleep with, the person we're sharing our lives with. It doesn't cost much. It's not going to take nothing away from you. And if you can't do it, then you don't need to be there.
Can Kim say a hostage cannot muster a healthy response? And you know what? And I understand what he's saying, but that's, to me, an extreme situation. We're talking about, for relatively somewhat healthy relationships.
Relationship,
Okay, an extreme situation. Then, but I'm not talking about no. And then let me clear that up. But that's not what I'm saying, Kim. What I'm saying to you is that us as individuals, as human beings, us being hedonistic by nature. When we hear something, we have to train ourselves to have positive responses because we're not positive by nature. Okay, the majority of us are. Some of us, probably like you, Kim, when you hear something, you think of roses and that.
Well,
but
it's not hard to. I don't think of everything as being negative.
No. And you, because you're magically orgasmic. Okay. The fuck? Excuse me, okay? But for you, all you special people like Cam and Margie, y'all the elite, okay? But for us regular folks that have to struggle, the first impulse things when we hear a car hit or an accident or somebody breaks a glass in the house, we don't have positive responses. Like somebody broke a glass in the house, you don't say, "Oh my God, I hope no one's hurt." When you hear a glass break in the house, then for me, I'm like, "Oh, somebody broke my goddamn mug." Okay, so then I have to say, "Oh wow, is anybody hurt?" That you understand what I'm saying? So that's for the majority of people, it's not easy. People have to train themselves to be positive. Okay, so now I'm going to run real quick over 10 signs that she's not into you. We just was going over Margie's wonderful list.
Are you making fun of my list?
No, it was a great list. That's why I'm just trying to make sure we get the gist of it. Of what women. What?
And this is who it was from.
And what was the gist of it?
It's the 7 reasons why women push men away.
Okay, she should have wrote that on and I could have helped her out with it. But that is wonderful. The 7 reasons why women push. And you could take some of that information, but that kind of goes vice versa on some of those issues, don't you think?
It can, because men can be as needy.
Right.
A lot of men have low self-esteem and they're quick to accuse you or blame you for everything. So it's on both sides, but like we were discussing Tuesday about the men, I wanted to bring that in, how we can also, the same way you build a phenomenal relationship 50-50, you can destroy it the same way, 50-50.
Let me read this. Here we go. Oh, I had it. 10 signs that she's not into you. Here we go. Number 1, 1-word answers.
I hate those.
Okay, how you doing?
Good.
Damn. Oh shit. Dun dun dun. Oh, so somebody that got this already. Listen up, y'all. Good. Okay. What did you do? What did you do? Work. Men love to talk at times. So that would, so get away from them 1-word answers. Those is killing, But if you don't want to deal with a person, so that's 10 signs that a woman is not into you. Number 2. Here we go. But I'm gonna go back to 1. If she's not talking to you, she's talking to someone else. Consider that as a sign. A stop sign, and do not proceed. Okay. But what?
But again, what can be going on with her? Is she mad at you for whatever reason?
No, true.
Why?
True.
Did you annoy her the night before? She just don't want to be bothered with you today.
Right.
Okay. Go ahead.
2, long wait times until she texts you. Okay.
We're millennials.
With our phones right next to us. So if somebody's waiting.
Our phone's right next to us. What? You read it in your mind.
So if she's taking long wait times to text you, what do you think that means? That means she's really not into you?
Everybody lives with their phone.
So if she's taking a long time, that means she's just, you ain't.
We discussed this about that everybody thought it was someone I was dating that wasn't texting me back. Remember? Right. On Tuesday?
So that means she, so she
does it. Well,
bottom line, if somebody's taking a long time to call you, to speak to you, and you texting them and they're not texting you back, then you're not the priority for them. Okay, and that goes for male or for female. Indecisiveness. So when can I see you again? And she responds, soon. And then we'll see. I don't know. You tell me. These are all code words for never. Just let it go, bruh. Okay? A woman knows 15 minutes after the first date whether or not she has any interest in seeing you again. Okay? Or if the two of you haven't met, she has an idea about the first conversation. Now, when we having 6 sisters, my sisters was always telling me, now tell me if I'm wrong, they will always tell me that they knew off the top if they was going to do something with the guy or not. Okay? And it didn't have to take no 6 or 7 months for that to happen. So the guy was the person who messed that up if it didn't happen. Does that make sense? No?
Okay.
No? Okay. All right. No? Okay. All right. You still must be sick. Okay.
No. Go ahead.
Okay. Flakiness. So says she does actually agree to go out, okay? But something comes up. Shit happens. But then it happens again, okay? Something is always coming up. Let's just be practical here. So every time you call her, she's sick, or she has she can't get to
flat
somewhere.
tire. She needs to go see her friend who's going through something.
Head hurting.
Yeah.
That flakiness. You know what I'm saying? I was watching a friend talking to his woman the other day. Well, he thinks it's his woman, but I don't think it's his woman. And she was saying, I gotta go pick up my kids, and then I gotta pick up my kids, then I gotta go do this, and then my head hurt, and then I went back. All that was going on. Who's that?
Maria, my cousin.
What up, Maria? So all that was going on. So then I didn't really think that she really wanted to be with them.
No, if you are constantly making up excuses, you don't. But see, sometimes it's not being rude. Sometimes you just don't want to hurt their feelings. So you either, I think sometimes the reason about the texting and the calling is so true because sometimes I don't even want to waste my breath telling you I don't want to be bothered by you. I'm just not going to answer your calls or your texts. And hopefully you get the hint.
So when she's being flaky, that's definitely the sign that you need to back up.
How many times is she going to come up with something?
True. Number 5, she stands you up. She agreed to go out on a lunch date. As far as you know, it's still on. She was a no-call, no-show. You're at Noodles and Company, and you ordered your usual bowl of buttered noodles, and you were even nice enough to go ahead and order her Wisconsin mac and cheese she said she loves, assuming she's just running late. And she never shows up. 30 minutes go by, and she doesn't even text you to say, I'm running late. You text her, but no answer. You call her, it goes straight to voicemail. She doesn't show up at all.
That's not good, mi gente.
Okay? That she's telling you are not on her to-do list, okay? And then you need to learn that. Now, all of us are thinking back, when did that happen to me, okay? If it happened to you and you know it did, did you still pursue it? Did you still try to go on and make that happen? Did you still try to put that in try to make the relationship happen, or try to squeeze it in when it was no more to squeeze in? It was done. It was done. And here we go again. A lot of times people do not know how to tell you, I'm done.
And a lot of them, I would say in defense, that a lot of people would do that because they don't want to witness how they're hurting somebody, how they're going to offend somebody.
Explain.
Okay, so if you're like calling me, let's do this, and I've blown you off 3 times already, right? But you're still trying.
Right.
But you're nice, like we talked about. And I just don't like you like that, and I hate the fact that you thought that we could have had something like that. That I'm not going to want to tell you, listen, we're not going to do, not that I won't, but it's not going nowhere. Stop inviting me out.
You said get off you hooked on phonic books and stop asking questions you know the answer. Open-ended question. Wow. Okay, Kim. LOL. Sorry. But she doesn't find you funny at all. LOL is just a courtesy laugh. You need an LMAO at very best. That's and I know what that is. That's laughing my ass off. Yeah. Ooh, that's almost as bad as the GILF.
Gilf. It's Gilf.
Same thing. Okay. You'll know how funny she truly finds you. Every additional O and crying emoji. LOL, however, is unacceptable. Number 7.
You think so?
What? The LOL, when somebody says LOL?
I do ha ha ha.
You do ha ha ha? What about it? Ja, 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 ja.
No.
What's that? I seen that. What's
J-I.
I seen ja, 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 ja. Well, I thought that was cool.
Okay.
Well, you remember, I already told you, men shouldn't do none of that. A grown man shouldn't do LMOLs, LOLs, EFGs. He should write out everything he says and showing the woman that he is not your friend like that. Okay? So, a man, just for men, all that LMOLs, that is too girly. Okay? Just write shit out. Okay? Write it out. And then they know when they speaking to you, they're speaking with a man. They'll appreciate that after a while. And if they don't, so what? You know you're a guy.
But what happens when you love someone?
What, huh?
When you're in love.
And
see, because this is good, like if you're going to be dating, but I think people can become paralyzed when they're in love and they know the other person doesn't love them back.
What you mean with the ability?
Or the other person fell out of love with them.
What you mean, the ability to tell them that they want to move on?
All of it. The knowledge of knowing that they don't love you anymore. Not that it's wrong for not to fall out of love, because the same way you fall into love, you can fall out of love, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's what happens when you've been somewhere with someone for a while, right?
Right.
And they no longer love you.
The same way you love them.
No longer love you. They love you, but they're not in love with you anymore. And that's painful. That's painful for the both of them.
Right.
It's painful because when they finally acknowledge that it's not her cooking that's annoying you, or a little bit of weight gain that she has that's annoying you, or her nagging, that is actually you've been building this facade of reasons why you're feeling the way you're feeling and putting it on her. And then you finally acknowledge that it's because the love is gone.
Right.
So they're in pain now because now they've acknowledged this. How are they going to say that? Because now they can't stay there. No matter how long you've been married, how many kids you have.
But people do stay there.
But you shouldn't stay there. Let's just say you can't.
So hold on. Let me say this. So every time I feel a piece of that things are not working right, then I should go?
No, that's not what I'm saying. You totally dismissed what I was just saying.
No, I'm not dismissing it. I'm asking you a question.
When you know with the certainty.
Dismissing would be saying something and going on to the next question. That would be dismissing. I'm not dismissing. I'm asking you a question. So answer my question.
No, the question. No, I'm not saying you just walk out every time something's wrong. I'm saying when you know with the certainty that you are no longer in love with your spouse or your significant other that you have a history with and maybe children.
Right.
Right? And you know it's going to hurt the other person because it's hurting you to know that you are no longer in love with them.
Right.
Because people look at the person who wants to leave the relationship as being heartless, or how could you walk away from me and the kids and that. They're hurting as well. The same way you're going to hurt when you find out they don't love you like that anymore, they're hurting.
Right.
So what happens with that? First of all, we shouldn't judge, but they are judged. And then they're made to feel guilty by the person that's still in love, that doesn't want any changes in their life. So where does that leave that person? He's just not into you no more, but he's also going through some pain.
Himself or herself.
That's a drastic change in your whole life, the whole way you've been living your life lately. But do you stay so as not to ruffle anything, not to the kids now have to adjust to something different? You're gonna wake up every morning with somebody you don't no longer love.
I think it starts with conversation.
Everything's a conversation.
I think it starts with you saying to that person, I don't feel like that.
And what about the other person makes you feel guilty?
Well, they might and they might not. You know what I'm saying? I think, because sometimes honest dialogue opens honest dialogue.
But your honest dialogue to me, Okay? Let's say you're no longer in love with me. But I'm thinking everything's fine. I'm oblivious to what you got going on right here.
Right.
Because I'm in my own little world. I got the house to take care of, kids, the dinner to get ready, and you're not going nowhere.
Dog shitting all over the house.
You're not going nowhere because this is where you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
But then you come to me and you say, I need a break. I'm not feeling this anymore. I can't breathe. I'm not in love. And then I say, you're not going nowhere. You're supposed to. No, you're the head of this family. You can't do that.
Right. But I didn't say that just by saying how you felt was going to be the elixir to fix it. I said that was going to be the start to, that was going to be the beginning.
How can you fix that though?
How can you?
Where do you see if I no longer love you as my sexual partner, my intimate partner, How do you fix it? What are you gonna do to make me grow love again?
No. I'm not saying fix it. Like fix it could be me not being there anymore. You do know what I'm saying? That doesn't. I didn't say that, but I have to start with a dialogue with my partner to say this is not good. Okay, for me to give that partner the opportunity at that point to work through it with me. Because even if I'm leaving out the house, it's still going to be some kind of working through that we're going to have to do together. So instead of me just disappearing the next day, you know what I'm saying? No, it
has to be a conversation,
right?
But I think it has to be a raw and honest conversation where there will be wounding and there will be cleansing. Now, how do you get individuals to that stage to say, let's put it all out on the table and then compartmentalize it?
I think that starts. I think that starts when you all, like what we're talking about now, setting up some boundaries, setting up some keywords, some escape words to already. When, hey, you gotta understand when I'm feeling uncomfortable. Can I say this? Well, you know what I'm saying. I don't think it happens for a couple who's been in a cocoon and they have not been doing any of these activities we talk about. Never. And then for them to bust out and to be that clairvoyant, that open, and that have that much flow of conversation. I don't think that's going to happen. But I think for when you're doing like we're doing, talking about it, and you're listening and trying to apply some of these things that we're talking about in your relationship, then I think when it comes to that point that it happens, it'll be easier. It'll be easier to lay out. I don't think it's going to be easy to lay out if you haven't done anything.
It's never easy.
It can be easier.
It can. It can. My thing is, how do we? I mean,
what up, Mary? What up, Ronald?
I think that communication is key. I think bringing in the higher power that you believe in. I think that if God is in your home, then you really do have to consult with Him,
right?
And ask for Him to ease and to guide your tongue into that communication.
Say that again. I like what you said. To guide your what?
To guide your tongue.
To guide your tongue. And to piggyback exactly off that, it is so important to make sure we are very mindful of what we're saying when we're saying it. Okay. I mean, one word. Somebody told me that I think I'm too mindful when I'm speaking, when I'm like trying to fight with the next person, but I don't never think that. I think that it's so important that I be so careful with my words not to hurt, and still get my point across. Mm-hmm. So if it sounds like I'm like backing up, then I'm okay with being that person that backs up to set the environment up so it can be conducive for the conversation to happen. I think when we don't work on that, we trying to be hard, just like with your tongue, like you said, then it sets the environment is so toxic that you can't get anything out.
No, and it's just going to cause more scars, more wounding. So I think what I wanted to convey tonight is that we talk a lot about conversation. We talk about the importance of conversation because through communication is where we better understand each other. And sometimes where we better understand ourselves because once we voice it out this way, it re-enters through here. And it's like like a sponge. We absorb it and we can better understand it.
Right.
And I think that if we go into prayer before we go into conversation with someone else, and we ask for that guidance of the tongue and some kind of serenity, so that no matter what happens from the other person, we can still remain in our calmness and share and express what it is we're feeling, we can get further. I think when we're in relationships and we do have children, we have to exhaust every option that is within our grasp to make it work. I don't think there's anything so horrible besides death that cannot make you come back in your unity with your partner to make a go at it.
Wow.
And to start and to refresh. Because if you began this journey together, life is going to beat you up along the way. And when it does beat you up and you see yourself drifting apart like Wilson, then you got to swim back towards one another. You got to swim back, because there's really nothing that's so broken that through prayer and communication you can't fix. What do you think? Affairs, we did establish that affairs has been happening as long as marriage has existed, right?
We can't say there ain't nothing. Now,
tell me.
It's some things. It's on the individuals, okay? I think if two individuals are willing to put their best foot forward to work on something that has happened horrific in the relationship, and put their best foot forward and willing to do some changing, both parties, I think there's a possibility for anything.
Yeah.
I think when one person's sitting back and they're just watching the other person, seeing how much the other person's going to work.
Negro sucio.
Who's sucio?
My
Who's that?
cousin Darius Richard.
I thought sucio was booty.
No, sucio is like dirty. I call them.
You call him dirty boy?
Dirty black boy.
So when somebody says culo sucio,
no, we're not saying that.
What's that?
That's dirty ass.
Dirty ass.
That's not what I'm saying to him.
Oh my God! Somebody called me culo sucio the other day. I thought they gave me a compliment. I said, "What's up?" Oh shit! He called me a dirty ass. That's what he called me. God damn.
So I think that
I must learn my Spanish.
I don't think you ever lose love. I don't think you ever lose love. The only way you can say, "Ugh, I hate that person. I can't believe I loved them." I don't think that was ever really love.
So he's a dirty guy.
So I don't know. Go ahead, share with me what you thought.
No. Yeah, I just think that when you said, can people come back off of hard things that happen? I mean, deaths in the family. Sometimes a death in the family,
a death of a child can separate
easily.
But they do it with love. That's because why? There's no communication. They're not expressing what they're feeling. Let me tell you something. When you're sharing your life with somebody and something tragic happens, you dig deep within your core and you bring forth all that ugliness you're feeling. Just purge it. And purge it with that person. Because who else to better understand?
And let me tell you something.
Pick up?
If you can't do it with you and that person, please get a third party.
Yes.
Because a lot of times the anger level is so harsh and it's such a high level that even though it's toxic, and you all can love each other, man. I do sessions all the time, and you need a third party sometimes to say, you know what, both of you just chill, be civil, take a deep breath. What you said, breathe. I like what you wrote in this page. You said stop, breathe, focus. Sometimes you need to do that. You need to do that. And then at that point in time, you can get some words being passed around. Because let me tell you something. If it's really hard, and then like somebody's cheating or something like that, and you're trying to get all the particulars about when it happened, why it happened, like you probably never get to a point. Both of y'all gonna have to say, this happened. We're gonna move on either to this direction or not. We're gonna do this and not go back there. Because if you go over every single little detail that happened, y'all ain't gonna stay together. That ain't gonna happen, okay?
And when you do forgive, when you do forgive for whatever happened in the relationship, and you're planning and walking back towards each other and relearning each other. You have to relearn each other. You have to.
It's 9 o'clock.
Relearn all the good qualities about that person that brought you into that relationship.
Oh, I like that.
You're not going to forget what he did, but just throw that shit in the back of your mind, because you're starting a new a new chapter with one another, for the better word. We're going to continue this because I think this is very close to my heart, because I've loved and I've lost, and I'm just a hopeless romantic, so that I'm going to always love. I think love is beautiful, and I think, you know, it should always happen. It what makes the sunrise seem that much more beautiful, and the sunsets just bring down just the comfort in your soul. So, you know, love, communication, and above all, God in it is something. No, you didn't, Stephanie. Yes, Stephanie. You know what I like. She go, Titi, you want something from the Chinese
restaurant? This is as ghetto as we try to keep professional. Titi, you need some chicheros, Titi.
Anyway,
hola, Titi, you need some chicheros.
And I want to say, when's our next one? When's our next one?
Tuesday, as it always is.
Just remember, if whatever your higher power is, mine is God. So it's always God, and it's communication. And then what happens when you have those two things in your favor? You can conquer the world. And it's there. It's provided for you. So reach in and grab it and get comfortable with using prayer before communication. And whatever it is you're trying to convey, it's going to flow. It's going to flow like a beautiful waterfall. So with that, I remind you to love yourself, respect yourself, honor yourself. Namaste, mi gente. Here, good night from the Margarita.
And your boy, your cousin, your best friend, and your uncle, Byron D. Rockmore. Holla at y'all. Love y'all.
See you
next Tuesday.
Like, comment, share, and remember, Magically Orgasmic. If you like the shirt, you want the shirt,
I want to be a Hooters girl. I want to be a Hooters girl.
You know what? I have so embraced.
I want to be a Hooters girl.
My full figure at this point in my life. I'm swollen because I've been sick. But you know what?
Black and yellow, black and yellow. Hey.
Where am I?
Hey. Get that off there. Bye, y'all. Thank y'all. Love everybody. Good night.
Namaste.
Namaste.
WATERMARK podcast, mi gente. Peace.